Welcome everybody to Wednesday night skill building. My name is Debbie Barnett, and if I'm meeting you tonight for the first time, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Tonight is all about helping you grow in your game of Mahjong, helping you build your skills and feel like you are a pro around the table. And we are playing for the second time on Wednesday night with the new card. And the format is that I play against the bots at I Love Maj. And I walk through for everything from forming my tiles to what to pass during the Charleston, keeping track of different categories to start with, and then eventually working our way down to one category and then maybe a few hands within that category to eventually one hand, which is what we all want to get to. And of course, some newer players would like to have one hand right away. There it is, and we're just going to stick with that. But that's not going to afford you many mahjongs. We want to make sure that you stay open and flexible as long as you possibly can. That's really the name of the game when it comes to mahjong. The more you can see, the more you're going to have chances to win this amazing game. There are going to be times I'm going to ask you guys for some help, which I like to make this interactive. Of course, if you are quiet and you don't say anything, which sometimes you do, you don't want to share what your thoughts are, that's okay too, because I'll make the decision alone if that happens. And welcome everybody too on YouTube. I'm going to head over to I Love Maj. And then I'll go over I Love Maj just a little bit. I know that you guys who have been here every week for years now definitely have heard the drill more than one time. But so I thank you and I appreciate you being patient while I go through this as briefly as possible. Here's the game launchpad at I Love Maj. There are two parts to this game launchpad. And by the way, when you come in here and you click the play page up here, there's the game launchpad. And on this page is also the exercise room. So you can see the very first two things that you see here. If you do not log out of I Love Maj, which you don't have to, when you come in here, click on your browser bar or if wherever you're using this game, you're going to be here. So you don't have to log out and log back in. If you do log out and log back in, you might have to come here and click on play. Now, I am an affiliate of I Love Maj's. I love this platform. It is the most intuitive one out there. There's just a lot of fun things you can do on here. A lot of great information that they provide, statistics, and lots of fun tutorials and FAQs and all that good stuff. But I, being an affiliate, I do get to give my people that sign up under me one extra free week to try it out for free. And my affiliate code is uppercase D, uppercase B. My initials, Debbie Barnett. So you can definitely take advantage of that. And it'll be, the small print is always there when it comes to codes and all that, but it says, do you have a promo code? So just keep an eye out for it. It is definitely before you, I think, put in your credit card information. I hope anyway. Okay, game launchpad is at the top. The bottom is the exercise room. This is fabulous. If you are a new player and you want to learn the card, this is where you want to come and hang out if you can. Make a hand. We'll go through every single one of the hands from the top left-hand side of the card all the way through to the very last. If you click sequential order, random order will pick hands from different parts of the card. What I like about this is that it gives you the ability to start really learning the hands. For me, I can't just memorize things. I've got to see them. I've got to read through the card over and over again, and then I can put it into my memory bank. So please try this exercise room out, the make a hand. What I suggest that you do, if you do the make a hand exercise, that you also read what's in parentheses so that you can force yourself to try a different variation. If you just go through the card and make it exactly as you see it, you're going to learn some very important pieces of this game, and that is the variations that are allowed and mentioned in the parentheticals. Okay, Charleston exercise here. That's just what it is. Let you practice through the Charleston. When you're done, it'll say, do you want to continue on for a full game, or would you like to try this out again with the same exact tiles to see what a different outcome would be? And what would an outcome, how would an outcome change? Well, when you're done with the Charleston, if you have 3 tiles or less that don't belong in the categories that you're saving, that's not bad. If you have 6 or 7, then you might not be doing something quite right. So hopefully tonight will help you with that a bit. What hand is that is another great exercise, and that one is to help recognize your opponent's exposures. Very important piece of this game as well. The last 2 exercises, if you're not a newer player, you can come in and play with these. I would probably just work on the first 3 for those that really want to learn the card right now. I'm not a Wordle fan, so if you're a Wordle fan, you might like to try Mahjong. And then Heavenly Hand is when you're dealt in a Mahjong right away, and you have to put those tiles in order. Yes, okay. Here we are. We're at 4-player tab. They also have Siamese on here. So if you love Siamese, you can come in and play against the bots again with Siamese, and have fun with that as well. And the 4-player Mahjong, of course, is our regular. So make sure that if you do play Siamese, you click in here. And now I'm going to use the official game. If you're new, you want to play just for fun for a while, that's fine. They won't record your statistics, but with the official game, they do. So I get to see when I go into my account up here, my game stats. It tells me the hands that I've made, which is great if you like to dot your card. It'll show you your ranking among the others who play on I Love Maj, all your wins, all your losses, with a pie chart, without a pie chart. It's got a lot of good information. Enable practice mode. My feeling about that is don't use it. If you want to use it and you do use it, great. To me, it's more confusing having that hand suggestion up. Number one, when you do have that on, it takes away the discard area. So you have to click, you have to see visually the tiles by a chart. How many are out, how many are still available. That to me is very confusing. I like to see my tiles. But it also could be a crutch where you're going to go and just look at what they say and play those hands. You need to figure this out on your own. I mean, really, that's more important than having this enabled. The official game is where we're going to play. I'm going to leave it at intermediate bot level. The standard is like beginner players, and of course it wouldn't make sense for me to play against a beginner level bot because they do make some beginner moves, especially if they didn't learn in person by me, my bot friends, which they didn't. So we're going to skip that. Intermediate and advanced are very close to being the same. What's the difference? Advanced can recognize a dead hand. Also, an advanced player, if let's say I stop the Charleston, then the player across from me, the bot, will decline to do an optional cross pass with me. That's what you're supposed to do when you play in person. So we'll just keep that off for tonight because that'll just help us make more hands, and we don't need to have a dead hand. I don't think I'm going to have a dead hand. You never know with the new card. I might, but we'll just play at intermediate level. Okay, here we go. Yay, I'm done with the whole spiel in the beginning. Okay, if you're coming in new, say no here. You do not want to get invited to somebody's table. You don't know whether they're a beginner, advanced, and if they're an advanced player, they're going to hope that they're getting another advanced player to play with. And if you're not advanced, they may get impatient with you. You know how it goes, right? Alrighty, well, let's see. Checking here, making sure my 2026 card is checked, and hard to believe how many years it's already been in existence based on 2019 card here. Amazing. Gee, the time just goes by too quickly. We'll leave the timer off for tonight. What is the timer? It helps you decide, gauge how long it takes you to make a decision on a discard. You want to start out at 10 seconds, hopefully work yourself down to 4. If you do run out of time at 10 seconds, you can hit the pause button, the 2 little vertical symbols, and have as much time as you want. So you don't run out of time, but it just is a good thing to use, again, to help you gauge how long it's taking to make a decision. So I'm going to leave it off for tonight. You have colors, you have different tiles you can play with. There are even large size tiles for sight and paired players, which is wonderful. So check out the different tiles. They have a relationship with the Mah Jongg line, so they have a lot of the Mah Jongg line tiles too. We're going to stick with our standard tiles, of course.
Where's Charleston?
And here we go. Finally, let's see, 6:44. Wow, that was like 10 minutes of talk. I think I got to get it down to 5. Oh boy. All right, we'll figure that out. All right, so sort by suit is how I like to sort. It just clean things up initially to get them in suits. Things do not stay this way for very long. I like to put my winds and dragons down to the right. I will leave my flowers up front because they are in most hands at the front. This year we do have our punga flowers, so sometimes they'll be at the front and in the middle. Anyway, I leave them there. And if I had any jokers, which I don't, sometimes that's my Wednesday night dilemma, but that's okay. If I did have any, they'd go up in front of the flower. I don't like to put them on the right. I don't want to accidentally click on it, and that has happened. So we're not going to do that. So what do we do with this hand? As a newer player, there's certain things you want to have pop out at you if you have multiples. That would be one of those things you would want to recognize right away. And we want to try to work off of our multiples because having more than one of a tile is obviously a strength. If you look at your card, there are groupings of like tiles. You have your pungs, your like tiles in 3. You have your kongs, your like tiles in 4, and your quints, which are 5 like tiles. And now this year we have a sextet, which is 6 like tiles. So obviously, if you have more than one to start, yeah, it's an advantage, right? So if we look at 6, what might 6 be? So once you learn the card, I want you to start with recognizing and learning the categories first by heart, not the hands, but the categories. You should be able to know them without looking at the card. 2026, 2468, any like numbers, quints, consecutive run, 13579, winds and dragons, 369, and singles and pairs. That will help to begin with. Learning the card is not that easy. It's going to take some time for that to happen, but the more you play, the more you're going to start recognizing hands right away. All right, so with the 6s, it could be the 2026 category. I don't have any soaps because soaps are what in our numbered sequences? They are a 0 in our 2026 single grouping, as well as in line 1 of 2026, where we have a pung of zeros. When a soap turns into a 0, it becomes a neutral tile. It is not a suit. It doesn't partner up with or match up with a suit. So just remember that because there are questions that always come up around that single category using a 0. Does it have to match? You have to use dots in the rest of that 2026. No, you do not. So anyway, let's move over, I should say. Keep our 2, we'll keep our 6, we'll keep our other 2. Why not? Now, when you keep track of 2026, you could easily keep track of 2468. Very convenient because it's on the left side of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and move over my 4 and 8, just like that. That was easy, right? Now, you could also keep track of any like numbers on this left side of the card if you wanted to. And yeah, I do have like numbers with sixes. So that would be something else that I could keep track of. All right, what else could six be? Six could be in a run. I'm gonna go back to the run after. I like to try to find the category that represent the numbers first and then go back to consecutive run unless there is something that's really popping out at me. So what do I mean by that? Well, sixes is also can be found in 369. So if I wanted to keep an eye on the 3 and 9 as well, I could move those over. So right here, what do I have going on? I've got 2026, 2468, any like numbers, and 369. Not bad. If you break it out step by step, it's not bad. So I said I would go back to consecutive run. I certainly could put together three numbers in a row. I could put together a 4 crack, a 5 bam, and a 6 dot as a 3 suit. There's always a 3 suit run every year. So where is our 3 suit run in consecutive? It's the second line from the bottom on the right side. We've got our same suit left side, right side. That also happens to be a hidden addition hand. 1 plus 2 equals 3. They just didn't put the symbols there this year. Not that the symbols mean anything. But anyway, just a little trivia there. So I like what I'm keeping track of right now. I like the fact that I have some 369s, I have 2468, I have a little bit of any like numbers, 2026. I'm going to I'm going to keep my dragon for as long as I can. I'm not going to pass this right now. By the way, I did forget to say that if you have any questions while I'm doing this, put it in chat. I to try to do my best to watch. YouTube, there is a little bit of a delay, so um, unfortunately, I don't always see YouTube right away. It seems to pop in once I'm done with talking about something and then I see it later. But anyway, Zoom, I'm going to see it in real time. So let's go ahead and pass this. And once I ask for hand suggestions or help with anything, voting decisions, you're going to go ahead and put it in Zoom as well. So I have a question from Natalie. Why am I keeping the dragon? Okay, the easy answer, the short answer, why am I keeping it? Why would I not keep it? Second part of that is, how would I know whether or not I need that dragon right now? If I play any like numbers, it's a very important part of two of those hands. So I try to hold them until I have to pass them because other things are starting to look stronger. And then I say, no, I don't think I'm going to be using that red. I hope that answered your question. If you're a newer player and if you don't know the matching dragons to suits and you just get rid of dragons and you're not playing dragon hands, you're really doing yourself a disservice. You're going to limit yourself quite a lot. So please know your dragon matches. Cracks and reds, red and red, the symbol on the crack, easy. The BMs with the greens, most of the BMs are green in color. That's easy. And then our last guy is our dots and our soaps. So try to remember that. Okay, so here we go. All right, I got another 2 and a 2 dot and a 2 BM and a 6 BM. So now if I look here all the way from here to here, I've got a lot of 2, 4, 6, 8. Amazing. So am I going to just stick in that left side of the card where I can have 2, 4, 6, 8, keep an eye on? I still can think about 2026. I don't have to say no yet. And I still can keep an eye on any like numbers. Now I've got any like numbers with 2s. Before it was 6s I was thinking of. Now I've got just, 2 pairs of 2s, but I actually have 4 6s, a pair and 2 singles right now. I don't know what's going to happen. So this is something, you kind of have to start making a decision now. What are we going to get rid of? If I want to just go ahead and say we're not going to do 3, 6, 9, let me stick those up there right now so we can talk about the rest of this. Okay, being that I have no soaps, let's kind of just move down to 2, 4, 6, 8 and any like numbers. So for 2, 4, 6, 8, we have to start looking at some hands. All right, I'm going to uh, look at the ones that I know will go with these twos here. Okay, so I already got it together. Now the flower I'm just leaving there. I don't pass flowers in the Charleston unless I get stuck, and I have to. So if we look at line number 3, 4, it's line 6 in 2, 4, 6, 8. It's got 4 singles. I've got 3 of them. It's got a Kong of twos in another suit and another Kong of twos in another suit. And that can be played with twos, fours, sixes, or eights. So I could move these here if I wanted to. Of course, I have one more two than I do sixes, but I could do that. And not bad. So if I were to play any like numbers or want to keep that in mind, it's going to be challenging because I would want to keep the red for sure. So what would it look like? Let's see what we have, how many we have. And it's a good idea when you're when you're playing in the computer world, you can take as much time as you want. That's why it's really great to get good while you're online. You could count 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. I have 7 toward that hand. Well, what if I want to look at any like numbers? Let's say we want to do line number, it's going to be the same whether I use twos or sixes, so we'll do this. Let's say I'm going to look at line number 3. 1, 2, 3, 6. I have 6 here, whereas the other one I had, how many? 3, 6, 7. I had 7. So I have one more the other way. So that one probably makes more sense right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put that back. And let's see what else we could keep track of in 2, 4, 6, 8. And that will help us decide whether that red is going to go or not. Maybe it needs to go, and maybe we're just going to stick in 2, 4, 6, 8. That might be the best option right now. Certainly it'll be a lot less confusing if we just stick in one category. But what other hands other than that 6th hand down? Potentially it could turn into the 7th hand down, because that could also be, that last column could be twos, fours, sixes, or eights. Who knows? Maybe I'll start getting in more flowers. Let's see what else. And I have no jokers, so let's look a little bit at the singles and pairs. I'll just take a quick peek at that. A little challenging this year with that last 8 having to be those numbers only, so I don't know that that's going to work out for us there. To me, just to go ahead and concentrate. If I have good tiles, we've done that, and I've made the hand. You guys have witnessed that. But in this case, I don't think the 2, 4, 6, 8 is that strong right now for me to even consider doing it. So let's go back over to 2, 4, 6, 8 category, and maybe the bottom hand, not necessarily so great at this point either. What else could we look at? I mean, we could keep an eye on, I always like to think of a pung pong. I almost said pung kong. This year it's pung kong. Those, the 3, 3, 4, 4 grouping in line 1, A and B of 2, 4, 6, 8. And those are in all of the major categories. They come back every year, but just a different grouping. Last year it was pung kong. But same hand, just different number of tiles in the groupings. let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I think basically, man, those line 6 and 7 right now is going to be it. Unless you see something else, I think I would have seen somebody already putting something in chat right away. Don't do this or don't do that. I think I'm going to stick with 2, 4, 6, 8 right now. We're just going to go for it and spins. And I don't think no, I do not have anybody else who said anything. So we're good. Yep, good. All right. So of course I got rid of my 369 category, and what did I get? I got another 3 and another 9. Sometimes that I've done some crazy things at times, and I'm like, they're going to come back to me. I'm keeping those, and I'm going to break up the 2s, and I'm going to, yeah. So we won't do that tonight. That's a little bit more advanced thinking. I don't want to get you guys too confused. So we're going to stick to our 2, 4, 6, 8 category right now. Of course, we're going to continue. What's the rule there? Continue if you have 3 tiles that you can pass and that you think make sense to pass. What do I mean by make sense? Well, if you had 2 tiles and a flower, I would say, and that's all you had to pass because you had one hand and one hand only, that would be a perfect reason to stop. If you had one hand and one hand only and you had a pair or something in one tile, that would be a great reason to stop. I have absolutely no reason to stop at this point, so I'm going to continue.
Second Charleston.
And it looks like nobody wants those odd numbers. Oh my. Oh my. Well, I got one more even tile in. Not that it's going to really help right now, but you never know. Things change up very quickly. I will keep that tile because it's my category. It's a category tile, and I will just pass 2 because what can we do on the first left and last right? We can do a blind pass. These are the times you want to take advantage of it. Perfect example. I'm going to keep that 4 just to make sure that we leave as many options open by keeping as many of our category tiles. So we'll go ahead and we will pass this here.
Courtesy pass.
Nothing else, but we'll do those 2 on our courtesy. All right. Well, sometimes I look and I'm thinking nobody's playing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I don't know what they're playing. Maybe some of our opponents here, our bot friends, have some good wins and dragons or more consecutive, something other than what we got here. Hopefully not. Okay, we're going to talk about our prioritizing discards. So we only have 2 here right now, and those both came back to us at the end of the Charleston. In this case, because the odds were passed in and out and in and out, I'm not going to say that the chances are somebody had to give up a tile and they may call it right away. But that's a good reason to get rid of your Charleston last, what comes in on the last Charleston, get rid of those first, because often I've had to break up something and I've said, I hope I get it back. And then if I don't get it back and I watch it get discarded early, I'm thinking, oh, I didn't get it back. And there it goes. Boo-hoo. Fresh tiles out early. You do not want to hold a tile that you think is something someone else needs or that you don't see on the table early on.
5 bam.
Because you make it harder for your opponents to build their hands if you get tiles out early. That's the as basic as I can get with explaining to you what fresh tile strategy is. It is my strategy. I did coin that strategy. I'm sure other people are using it now, but just so you know, I like to say it. I mean, we all like a little acknowledgement when we give something to the Mahjong community, right? So why not? Okay, ignore that. So if you had the timer on, this would be when that timer would go off because this red is a discard. Joe, by the way, if you hear first for the new one, play on words for the bots' names. Joe Curlis, Jokerless, and then Wes Twinned, West Wind, and Agata Dead Hun. I got a dead hand, so I just like to say that. It's cute. Anyway, we're going to ignore this. We obviously got rid of that, so we don't need that now.
7
Not that
bam.
we can even call it. Now you'll notice that I can play very quickly at this phase of the game. I don't care about anybody else, what they're doing, even if they have up one exposure or two exposures at this point. We're early in the game and I'm just going to get tiles out as quickly as I can. I've only got one more discard, so I am repeating a tile that's already gone out there. I don't have any fresh tiles any longer, and that's perfectly fine because that's what happens.
7 bam. 4 dot.
Okay, I can't call that because I do not have any jokers.
North. Flower. Call. 8 dot.
Okay, somebody doesn't grab it. I'll grab that, baby. We'll see what happens.
6 dot.
Okay, obviously it's still way too early for me. I'm not even going to look at the card. Okay, so we've got a flower to take. So this is a great opportunity to discuss this strategy. If I were going to be using flowers, like my any like numbers for sixes that has grown a bit, then I would certainly want to have flowers for line 1 or line 3. But we gave up on that any like numbers category, and we're working in 2, 4, 6, 8. So if we look at 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 6, I just got in that other single tile right here. And now I've got the Kongs there, but I don't have any dragons. I'm going to need to get a single soap and a single green. So that's a little troubling. I need to have something to back up. If all 4 soaps go out before I get one, this option, that option for that hand will go down the wayside because there's only 4 of those tiles. There's 4 of every tiles except for the jokers and flowers. So what's our next option? Again, if I do not take that flower, if I think about line 7, it was kind of silly. Someone else is going to grab that flower. There's going to be other options for me to look at other things. So we could always look at a pung kong situation. I mean, a pung kong situation. Eventually my brain will say pung kong, line 1, left or right side. Let's see, 2, 4, 2 and 8s, any 2s and 8s with 4 and 6s in the middle. That makes sense. Nothing strong for line 2. Yeah, but there's stuff for us to keep an eye on. Now let's just look at the the concealed hand line, the very bottom line. It's not strong enough. It's not strong enough. So I am sure if I said, should I take that flower or not, and asked you guys for a vote, I think that you would all agree that I need to grab that flower right now, for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it and just hope that things don't change where I'm going to be, oh, I wish I kept that flower. All right, we're going to
Joker
do it.
swap.
All right, so now what am I going to get rid of? Well, I got to get rid of something. Let me think about my 2, 4, my pung hand that I need to use as a safe backup. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now, believe it or not, that's line 1B. That's a no gap hand. I've got a piece of every one part or piece of each one of the groupings. So that makes the most sense because I don't have to think about singles or pairs, but I don't want to give up looking at the other hand with the singles. So I need to keep everything up through the 2 dots. That now leaves our 6s to get rid of. All right. Now keep in mind, you may not have played this hand the way I did or worked it out the way I did. And you never know, your way may work and you may win. But yes, it is also possible with 6 dots, but I have more 2 dots than I do 6 dots. So I've got to make a decision. Would I keep just the 3 or would I keep the ones I have already, 2 of each, right? So that's going to make more sense to me. So I'm going to start with the 6 and get that out because there are none out. And this is where a beginner who doesn't understand that fresh tile strategy might say, well, I'm going to do the 6s because there's one there already. Well, no, fresh tiles first. Somebody is playing the 6s for any reason or needs a 6 for any reason, you getting it out early makes it a little challenging. So what are we keeping an eye on? 2, 4, 6, 8 right here, line 1B. And the other way with the 2 crack, 4 crack, 6 crack, 8 crack, followed by the 2s. And hopefully I will get at least one dragon to feel good about that hand possibly coming in. So here we go.
6 bam, 2 dot.
All right, so there's a 2 dot. I'm not going to call that 2 dot with my only joker and commit to that hand without having the single dragons, or at least one of them, or another joker, or something to make that hand a little bit more solid. I just have to let it go. And now if I did play that hand, I know I need a joker in that 2 dot Kong grouping. So we're going to say ignore.
3 bam, 4 dot.
Okay, so now I get another 6 after I let that one go. It doesn't matter because I would have played either the 2s or 6s. And whether I do the 6s or 6 dots, it doesn't matter all that much. There is a thing called joker bait. You know, once there's one out, either we could look at it that somebody did need that 6 and was hoping that they would have gotten it. Maybe someone does need a 6 and they've got the other one and they may call it, but get it out a little bit later, put it up with a joker, and then I can grab the joker. That's what joker bait is, holding pairs for joker bait. But anyway, neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and
6 bam,
discard this.
5 dot. 2 crack.
So obviously we don't need that right now.
2 bam.
Another one that I'd want to get, I could call it for the pung pung kong kong. Again, weak hand. I mean, it is weak. I'm going to let that first one go. I'm going to be forced into making a decision if more of my tiles go out early like this. And this is a great example of what's happening when the bots are getting out those fresh tiles. I'm the recipient of that now rather than giving it or having that experience for the others. So, oh my goodness gracious, I am not calling it yet. Calling early is definitely a challenge for a lot of beginners. Okay, so I got the 2 crack. That gives me another backup. 2 cracks, 4 cracks, 6 and 8s. So now I have both the left and right side. Let me put it together so you could see. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Left side, the way I just had it before, was right side. I have 2 great backup hands with still the ability for me to keep the 2s and everything else that I want and start getting rid of the 6 dots.
6 dot. 8 bam. West.
I just need another
2
joker.
crack.
All right, here we go. Another tile that's going out. There's one out already. This is the 4th one. Man, I mean, I just hate to grab it so early, and especially since it's just going to block me into just one hand so early. I'm going to call on my experts who are watching right now and ask you, would you ignore this or would you put yourself into one hand this early? Oh, I'm going to wait to see. I know I'm going to see all those experts giving me some opinions right now. Okay, I don't see anybody yet. I know you guys are out there being so quiet. I'm waiting for Phyllis at least to give me an answer, and then anybody else who wants to chime in. Well, let's see. Dale, Judy, I know who you guys. Lynn. All right. Oh, I got an answer. Oh, I got I'd force it. And Norma said, let it go. I've got 1 and 1. I'm hoping that my hubby gives me an opinion. Let it go. I got 2, let it go. Let it go. All right. Well, that's good news that most people said let it go. And I got on YouTube, call it, and then if necessary, play like numbers, line 2. If a dragon comes in, oh, geez, I gave up those dragons there. Yeah, I know. Possible. I don't know. It's too weak for me to want to call anything right now. Unfortunately, am I happy that that this has happened? But no, I mean, this is the way it's supposed to happen for me to have a hard time making my hand. So I'm going to ignore it. Well, at least I have a discard.
3 crack. So.
There's another soap.
1 dot. 4 dot. 7 dot.
Just
4
getting rid of
crack.
anything. There's a 4 crack that's gone out. Another good reason that I didn't make that decision. Not that I would have known that would happen, but we're going to ignore that.
7 dot. 8 dot.
All right, I got 1 red, and the red is really not the tile that I wanted. Why isn't it the tile? Because I wanted a soap or a green. So that is not the tile that I need, and I am not going to switch over at this stage to like numbers, or do I want to? Let's see how many 2s are out. 1 2 crack, 1 2 bam, 2 2 cracks. Yeah. So, I would have to be doing this. And there are 2 soaps out. So if I wanted to keep track of that, but also keep track of the single tiles with the dragons, with the Kongs and the single dragons, I have my 2 4 6 8 with those 2s at the end. That would be line number 6. I can keep track of line number 2, any like numbers. Maybe this could be, since 2 2 cracks went out, I would have to use a joker here. Oh man, I am really in a pickle, aren't I? I am really in a pickle. 2 4 6 8. Yeah, I have a 6 dot still, so I'm going to get rid of the 6 dot right now. Anyway, so at least we have some options. All right.
6 dot. 4 bam.
Hmm.
3 crack.
That's what happens
7 crack.
sometimes. All your tiles go out. Well, that helps a little bit, right? So let's see how this would help us a little bit. Again, that hand with the singles, that's a little challenging right now, but let's put together the other backup that we were looking at. 2 4 6 and 8. And now these would, I prefer them to go here. I don't like to put them where they go until I know where they go, but I certainly would prefer them to be here because these are both Kongs, and I'm going to need more tiles in that than here. That means if I commit to this now, when the next 2 bam goes out, I might feel a little bit better about committing to it. The 2 4 crack with the 1 suit, replacing these and putting them up front, that gives me another bit of flexibility, but I would definitely need a joker for the 2 cracks. So if I want to keep track of any like numbers with 2s, the 4 is what goes. Dale, I am going to hold the red for a minute. So that is what I would do. If anybody sees anything else that makes sense, please do let me know, put it in chat, and I will definitely What am I keeping track of? Line 1B. We're in 2468. Possibly line 2 of any like numbers. And we still have a possibility of line number 6. No, we won't have a possibility if I get rid of the 4. I am gonna just go ahead and let that hand go. So we're gonna look at line 1B, line 2, any like numbers. That's what I'm doing. And it's my final answer.
4 crack, 9 dot.
Okay, so we're going to do this and the any like numbers. Okay, so we're going to say ignore here.
1 bam. South. Call, 9 dot.
Okay, so we have an exposure of souths with jokers. I always take a look at the table. There are no souths up. It must be nice to have some jokers, Wes. And that means I have to keep an eye on a possible joker exchange.
Joker swap, so.
Oh, that went quick. All right, there's one soap, another one. So that's 3 out. I have one more chance to get one to be able to do line 2 of any like numbers.
Joker swap, east.
Why, they didn't give me a chance, did they?
3 bam. Call, 1 dot.
All right, here's a good strategy lesson here. So 3 dot was, I discarded that early on. And at that point, Agatha could not call it. Now she may have been forced with that next one that just went out to put up jokers. We don't know if she has more, if she felt pressured to do that. Of course, it's a bot, but they do have intelligence built in. But in any event, it could have forced an exposure to happen right now. That's a good thing to happen. So let's go ahead and continue.
7 crack.
We really
9
don't know what
bam.
anybody's playing right now. We could guess with Wes easier than any, line 1 of Winds and Dragons or line number 3. So that Wes's hand is the most telling right now.
6 bam. 1 bam. 9 dot. 7 bam. 7 crack. 8 bam.
Okay, we've got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. No reason for me to be keeping that right now. I just want to make sure. Yep.
8 dot. 5 bam. 1 crack. 7 dot.
Very interesting. Nope. And that is the one out here, 2 out. Okay. I just wanted to see how many had gone out, and there are 2 out already.
8 bam. Red. Green.
Okay, there's 1 green, and there are still 3 left.
8 crack.
All right, so here's an 8 crack. Are there any out? Great opportunity to talk about this call. There are no 8 cracks out. I know that it's like, go ahead and call it, right? Some of you newer players are like, yeah, call it, you can call it. But what I don't want to have happen is put up 2 jokers right now. My only 2 jokers, have them available for joker exchange. Oh, I would tend to want to take the next one that goes out. That way there's 1 less joker available for exchange. My hand is still just not all that happy and well formed. It's a tough one. I don't just do things just to do things. Sometimes if I have no other choice, I will, if I'm forced into it. But there's still 3 more out there, and I would tend to hold up on this one. So I'm going to just hold off on it. Oh boy, crazy, crazy.
1 bam. 6 dot. 1 crack. 7 bam.
Oh, yay. Yay, yay, yay. So let's move our tiles together so we could see what we're doing with the like numbers to see whether or not this looks better. Remember the 2 crack, if we play that as the pung, for any like numbers, we're going to 2 bam, 1 is out, only 1 is out. Take a quick look at 2026. Okay, I will do that. I just wanted to look at this first, and then the 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so we've got all of that. Let me take a look at 2026 real quick. Pamela, she's so good at looking at everything. Let's see. 2s, 0s. Now there's 3 zeros out. Now I'd have to use all jokers for that. And then 2s and 6s are both Kongs. And so if we played it, let's say there's no 2 dots out. So let's say we play it like that. We would need to use those jokers for the 0, and then 2s and 6s. 2 BMs could go up front, or 2 dots, because that's a 2 suit hand right there. That would be a possibility right there. Like numbers, we would need to keep everything else. Now, do I go for that? 2 crack. How many 2 cracks are out? 1, 2 cracks are out. So I need 2 jokers to cover the 2 cracks. How about 6 cracks? 6 cracks. None are out, right? Not the smartest backup. Our next backup is 2, what we were doing before, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Is there anything else then that we could get rid of? All right, I need a vote. Line 2, any like numbers, or which one do I have more of? Let's look. So this one I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have way more like numbers. My risk is not getting a green. Shall I take a risk and play the hand that has the most tiles toward it? Dun, 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 dun. And we need this, we need these in the middle because the 2 are out. This has to go like this. This has to go there. I mean, really. And then this could be used for the 2 bam or the 2 dot. Definitely for the 2 bam, actually, because there's 1 out. Oh, line 2, 2s, 2, 0, 2, 6. All right, that would not be smart with the 2 dots. It could be with the red and the greens. It could. 2, 0, 2, 6. Hold on, let's see. Hold on, let's see about that line 2. I wasn't looking at line 2. Line 2, 2, 0, 2, 6. Okay, so it's got to be 2, 0. That way we can get a feel for it. 2, 0, 2, 6. Then dragons that match that. The next suit we would do in BAMs, and we have no greens. So these would have to go here. And there's 1, 2 BAM out. So let's see. This is the way it'd have to be played. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for that. Still not feeling it too much. I'm still feeling like our line 1B or line 2. Wait a minute. This maybe, do we have more here? 1, 2. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do have 1 more here in that line 2 of 2026. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We do. So if I wanted to keep track of any like numbers line 2 and line 2 of 2026. Great job seeing that, Dale. Well, then I would get rid of not the 6, not the 4, but the 8 crack. Am I good with that, you guys? Come on, you're my security blanket sometimes. Yvonne needs singles. Yeah, I know. Singles, any like number singles. Anywhere else, we got the singles for 2026. So we're good. I think this might be the way I'm gonna go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me hold on a second. What about that line 6? What about, I just want to feel like with that line, oh, I already got rid of the 4 crack. Oh, man. I already got rid of the 4 crack. That line 6 ended up coming in a little better. Too bad. Too bad. All right. I'm doing the 8. My husband said 8. So since my husband said 8, I'm going to get rid of the 8. Keeping track of line 2, 2026. Any like numbers line 2. Okay, here we go. Oh my God.
8
It's
crack.
too stressful
Green.
sometimes. Oh, second green.
1 crack. Flower.
Okay.
East. Red.
Okay, try BAM singles. BAM singles. 2024. Yeah, that could work too. Switched around the other way. Yeah. Okay.
Mah
So,
Jongg.
thank you, Joe, for getting me out of my misery here, struggling with these hands. But that was a tough one. Tough decisions that we had to make. And Joe self-picked that because he earned 35 points. If you're not sure how the points work, they're similar to tournament point scoring system. It'll tell you the value on the card shows 25 and it was self-picked. So he got an extra 10 points. You could see how the scoring goes if you click that, which is great to know. Excellent. All right, so that was really cool. And he's playing line 2 of consecutive run in one suit. That's the left side rather than the right side. And Agatha was doing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line 4. That's the floating pair hand, and she was very weak on those 3s. So let's see, Winds and Dragons for Wes. Of course, we didn't know which hand, but it ended up being line 1, and he wasn't in any better shape either. So, Joe, congratulations, you did great. Let's start again.
First Charleston.
Sort by suit. No jokers again. Gee. All right, let's move this guy down for just a moment so we can concentrate on our multiples. 7s. What else could 7 be on the left side? Like numbers. What else could 7 be? Odd numbers. That's all those tiles right there. That would give us a lot of different options. And lots too many right now to even start talking about, but we've got a lot there. And then I'm left with my evens here. So this is a good sitting in. I don't want to get rid of this because that could be needed for any like numbers for sure. This is when I'll look at these tiles and I'll try to see if there's anything that I might want to keep that's within a run category and whether or not I'm going to keep all of these odd numbers. I like the 6 and the 8. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. I like the fact that those are in that run category of 6, 7, 8 right there. I definitely like that. I don't want to get rid of those. So the 1 and 5 crack may be more important. Let's see, 1, 3, 5. If we were looking at let's see, the floating pair hand, 13579, line 4 could definitely happen. It's right there. Right there is that floating pair hand. The 7 would have to be the pair. Wherever the pair is, you have to match that to the kongs at the end. My vote is probably this right now. Even this might not be that needed. So, anything else that you see that you might think I want to keep? Okay. All right, I see a never mind from Yvonne on YouTube. Okay, well, never mind that. I hope that didn't come in too late. I think I was trying to watch over there. Anyway, I think this is my pass. It's a pretty pass. Every pass is going to be a pretty pass, except for a few hands where two numbers don't go together at all. Like a 3, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 3 and 8. There's some tiles that you could pass, but you know, you're either going to have tiles that are like numbers, you're going to have runs, you're going to have even numbers, odd numbers, 20, 26. It's going to be all over the place. So we just have to do the best that we can with what we have. 3 evens come in, of course. What would I think? But let's see. I kept that 6, 7, 8 run for a reason. Where's our 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, our pair hand from singles and pairs last year? That would have been pretty, or even 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. I see all that. All right, so we are going to go ahead with this right now. And I think that's, let's see, 6, 7. It's as good as any. I would like it all, but I can't keep it all. All right, let's see. We have 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. We have our 3 suit 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. That's here. Let's put these up. 1, 3, 5. The floating pair hand hasn't gotten any better, but we want to keep that for sure. 6, 7, 8. I think the 8, and that's a pretty pass. I could do a blind pass. I just want to maximize what I get in, and I know it's a pretty pass, but I worry more about my hand than when I'm passing. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, gee, that's amazing craziness. Okay, so let's see. 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I know I got to continue. 5, 6, 7, mixed suit run. 5, 6, 7. Little bit and not really a lot of great stuff here. Singles and pairs does not look promising at all. I am going to continue. I need your help, guys. What should I pass with the north and the 2? Hubby, I need your help. Okay, so we're going to go continue.
Second Charleston.
North and 2, and I've got 1s past the 1s. Yeah, the 1 looks like it's the outlier right now based on everything else, doesn't it? Good job, you guys. I love it. Okay. So these are the things I'm going to show you that I want you to recognize. There's a missing piece here. Move these over for a minute. Right here. 5, 6, bam, 7, 8 dot. But I see that hand. That is line number 4. That's our pung pung kong kong on the right side. We're just missing the 5s right now. We also have our, let's see, what else could we do? 7, 8. 7, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7. Well, we're going to do this. 5, 7. And I think this is the one that has to go. That's it. Right now. Let me think. Hold on. I just want to make sure the run with the dragon, the opposite dragon, that we don't need anything there with that red right now. So 5 or any of those other tiles. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. No. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, I don't think so. I think that's gotta go. All right. Did anything else come in that we need right now? We don't have anything else. Let's hope we get some jokers this hand, because I am really
Courtesy pass.
lacking here. Wrong 5. Nice try. 5, 7, 7, 9. Could be 6, 7, 8, 9 as well, but the 9s are a Kong. It makes it a little harder. 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 through 9. Okay, we'll do 3. Let's see if we get anything else in. This is a tough hand. It's giving me a run for my money
3
today.
back.
6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Very, very weak, but line number 3. 6 crack, 7 crack. 6 bam, 7 bam with the 8 dots at the end. I don't know, you never know.
Green.
We'll just keep an eye on
1
things.
bam.
But we're going to prioritize our discards. So we are going to get rid of first the last 2 tiles that came in at the end of the Charleston first. And then we'll proceed with the freshest tiles possible. And we'll do the south.
South. 3 dot. West. 1 dot.
All right, we might need that. Or mixed suit run, maybe. We'll see.
4 bam. 4 dot. 4 dot. 4 crack.
Okay, that we will keep gladly. So now we have 5, 6, 7, 8. If I got a joker or 2, it would really help a lot.
3 dot. 3 bam. 1 crack. 6 dot.
I did talk about possibly 6, 7, 8, 9. I might as well take it. Let's look at that 6, 7, 6, 7, 8 as well. I'm not going to be able to keep everything, but I think I could safely get rid of this now. The hand I'm talking about, I would like it to be played like this if we were going to play it. 6, 7, that would be line number 3. Right there, starting from the 6 bam. It's nice. All right, well, we got options. We've got some good options. All right, so my mouse is acting up. We'll get rid of this guy right now.
Red. 2 bam. Call. 5 dot.
All right, we have an exposure and a 2 bam available for joker exchange.
2 dot. Call. South.
All right, so now Joe has a punga 2 bams and a Kong of 2 dots. So what is Joe playing? So let's look at the 2026 could be line 1. It could also be any like numbers, line 2. What else could it be? It could also be nothing. Those 2, unless you see something I'm missing. Please let me know.
North.
Oh, man. All right. We got to make decisions. So 6, mixed suit run, 6, bam, 7, crack, 8, dot. What else could we be doing here? I wish there was more that used flower, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wish there was more that used the flowers in there. If I got some soaps, I would be able to do flower 7, 8, 9 with the soaps. Right here, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. What do you guys see? I see somebody put something in there. 5, 6, 7, 8. Line 2, consecutive run. I was thinking about that, but I was trying to figure out how to work that out with the, let's see, the 6, we need 8 and 7, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. I don't see which configuration I would do that in. Dorothy, can you help me with that? If it were 5, 6, 7, I would need 4s. 4 dots would make the most sense, and there's 2 out. 2 out already. No. Okay, this is a definite hand that we got to keep an eye on. All right, this is our fallback, easy, no singles, no pairs, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got to keep that in mind. If I want to keep an eye on the 6, 7 crack, 6, 7 bam with 8, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, then the 9 is what's going to go. It also allows me to keep track of the 6 bam, 7 crack, 8 dot with the flowers, 6, 7, 8, the mixed suit. So what lines are we talking about? We're talking about consecutive run, line 3, possibly, line 4B, possibly, and the second from the bottom. So that means the 9 dot goes, the least needed.
9 dot call, 2 crack.
And that's a good reason that I didn't hold on to it for any longer than I needed to. That's an example of why we want to get tiles out early. To have this happen now rather than hold something to give somebody Mah Jongg later.
5 crack.
I hope that makes some sense. Oh, what is that thing? That spells Joker. Well, I'm happy. You know, honestly, even though those flowers are going to go out, I'm pretty sure sooner than later. Maybe I'll hold them for a little bit. Let's see. We can hold it with for the mixed. Let's see, 6, 7. The mixed suit run might make more sense. So let's see. That would be 6 bams, 7 crack, and 8 dot. I need that baby right there. Line 7B, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are correct. There it is. 7B is needed for this here. So that means 5, 6, 7, 8. We can start getting rid of the 6 crack and the 7 bam. We'll hold the flowers for a little bit.Maybe when we throw it, one of them, if we decide we're going to commit to this line number 3B, then maybe we'll have a little joker bait to work with. That's the easiest hand. That other hand that I was talking about, line number 3, I need 2 pairs there. It doesn't make sense because I am weak for both of them. So here we go. 6, 7, 8. Yep.
6 crack, 8 crack. 3 bam. 6 dot.
Oh, Joe, may I please have your joker, please? Please, please, please. You are so kind. Thank you. I will take it.
Joker swap.
And now this hand I can call everything. This is what I call a well-formed hand. Even before that one, it was well-formed. That's what I go by to figure out whether or not I'm going to call and commit. I can call the 5 bam. I can call the 6 bam. Now we're talking about line number 4B, consecutive run. I can call the 7 dot. I can call the 8 dot. Nothing's out and everything is pretty. So I'm happy. I can even play the mixed suit run still. by keeping the 7 crack. Although that one's a little weaker because I have to use probably the jokers if a 7 crack went out. I wouldn't want to do that this early. So we're going to get rid of the 7 bam.
7 bam, 3 crack. 3 bam. 7 dot.
All right, we're committing. I'm committed, not literally. All right, so I'm going to call that for a Kong.
Call.
Going to get rid of the 7 crack, and then I'll start getting rid of the flowers. Let's see if we get some joker bait. Don't want to hold them too long. All right, here we go.
7 crack, 5 bam.
All right, we're calling that for a Pong.
Call.
Give me a joker, please.
Flower. West.
Darn.
8 crack. Joker swap, 1 dot.
Take all my jokers so I could be jokerless, please. Thank you. That gives me more points. Oh. Wow. This is a risky tile, but it's early in the game. There's 1, 2 crack out. So is he playing 2026 or is he playing any like numbers? Well, I got to get it out. This is the time. If I don't get it out now, I should not hold it any longer. If I give Joe Mah Jongg, then that means he was ready. So whether I hold it now or even later, which later gives him more chances of being ready, it doesn't make sense. If he's playing line number 2, he doesn't even need flowers. So that would, but certainly Wes could be using it. But I am going to get the 2 out because that is the right thing to do right now.
2 crack. West.
Good.
East.
I can breathe.
1 crack.
Oh, I'll take that, baby.
Flower. Call. North.
Okay, so he couldn't call the first flower. Maybe panicked, was maybe panicked a little because 1 went out and another one goes out. Maybe she needs 2 pungs of 3s and she said, I gotta do it. Who knows? But anyway, we're set for Mahjong right now. You will hear terms like I'm set for Mahjong or I'm on call for Mahjong. Both terms indicate that you are ready to make Mahjong, whether you pick your tile in or somebody discards it. And hopefully we'll be the one.
North. 1 bam.
Somebody beats us out. They just got luckier.
Joker swap, 1 crack. 7 bam. West. 6 dot. 4 dot. East.
Oh, too little, too late.
Flower. 6 crack.
That was sad.
East. 6 dot. 1 bam. Green. 8 dot.
There we go. There we
Mah
go.
Jongg.
And that's how you do it. When luck helps you, okay? All of the decisions at the beginning, what we're keeping track of, what we're not, all those decisions, so many we have. As you can see, you're not going to see all of these things. If you see a few things, I'll be happy. I just don't want you to look at one thing only. You'll grow into your game and you'll be able to get to the point where the more experienced players can keep track of multiple things. But once you've done all that, it's luck. Are we going to pick our tiles in? Are we going to be ready to call? Are we going to get any jokers? It's just the way it goes. So let's see. We definitely have time for more. So we're going to go ahead. Let's see what Joe was playing. Joe was playing the any like numbers. Okay, so when I was worried about getting that 2 out, you could see Joe wasn't ready. If I waited 1 more round on the next pick, Joe could have picked another 2 or another joker. And then I could have not, he could have been he would have been set except for 1 more tile. That would have put him on call. By getting it out when I got it out, it made his hand that much harder. He now has to cover that Kong with another joker, sorry. So I just hope you understand that. Don't hold tiles. Later on, later in the game, that's when hard decisions are made. Should I break up my hand and turn to defense? But we haven't had that come up yet. So let's see. Wes was playing any like numbers. It tells you right under here, line 3, with G. He was on call too. Look at that. Look at how pretty. It was a race between us. And Agata was playing consecutive run line 2 with that hand that somebody suggested at one point, 4 with the singles in the middle, on the right side, line 2, right side. And she was close. Everybody was really looking beautiful.
First Charleston.
All right. I got one joker to start. Yippee, yippee. All right. Let's move this here for just a moment. We're going to start out with our Marianne asked, why didn't I throw the flower? Because I suspected the 2. Because I threw it because I suspected the 2. If I waited any longer, the next time around, Joe could have then picked up another joker or another 2 crack, and he would have been able to call and expose. By getting it out when I did, he couldn't call it, and it made his hand harder. He now has to cover that Kong in any like numbers, line 2, with another joker. So those are the things you need to understand. And I know this is probably the hardest thing to figure out. And you said you get it. Yes, the flower, I knew that Agatha didn't need it. I knew that Joe didn't need it. I didn't know if Wes needed it, but the 2 was the priority. You've got to prioritize your discards and make the best decision possible. So anyway, that's the deal. All right, so let me get, my mouse just stopped working. And it is doing weird things. All right, there it goes back again. All right, 6s with like numbers, which means, of course, I need to keep the soaps because it's in 2 of the any like numbers hands. What else for 6s? It could be 2026, so we'll keep the 2. So we've got 2026, any like numbers. It could be 2468 for sure. What else could 6s be? Their own category, 3, 6, 9. That leaves these 3. I don't even have to think about anything else. I'm not going to think about, I could keep the 5 dot and 7 dot for a run right now. I don't think I'm going to. I could, but I'm kind of feeling this right now. This could be another addition to any like numbers. It could be another addition to 2026 for sure. Let's see, 2s, 0s, 2s and 6s. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, line 3 of 2026. I ain't gonna need tiles to get rid of. So we've got lots of 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9. We haven't ventured into that category yet, but 3, 6, 9, second from the bottom, is our floating pair hand. 3, 6, 9. We've got all that toward it, second from the bottom. So I need the 6 crack to be, I can't keep everything. If I want to keep track of 2026, any like numbers, a little bit of 3, 6, 9. Let's forget about 2, 4, 6, 8 maybe. We'll try to change it up a bit. Well, let's do this. Okay. Come on, mouse. Why are you sticking? All right. That's a nice pass. East, west with 4s, but like I said, oh, gee. G. I'm going to stick with what I'm doing because I want to challenge myself to change something up here. Oh, gee, that 5 and 6 came back. 5, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7. Continuing.
Megan Charleston.
I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling like I want to do that. could be good, bad, or indifferent. Okay, well, that's in our 369 category, so we'll hold it anyway because we could be playing lots of different things in 369. We still have any like numbers, so we're going to stick with 369 and any like numbers. How's that? Just made a decision. And we'll do this.
Courtesy pass.
Nothing else came in, but we have pretty tiles, so
South.
all right, so any like numbers 369 right now. Also, we could have played winds line 4. Oh, east and west. Yeah, that's true. We could have played winds east and west line 4. That hand, it does not come in that much for me at all. So I am going to get rid of the 5 and 7 first, again, with my thinking and my strategy about getting rid of anything that came at the end in case one of my opponents broke something up and was hoping to get it back. When I get it out early, they won't be able to call it. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, east and west could have definitely been, and there were a few, but no west. We only saw the east. All right, there's 1 6 b.m. I'll keep that planted in my brain. 2 4s. A lot of good that's going to do me right now. Well, I don't think so.
7 dot. 7 bam. 7 dot. 1 crack.
Okay, we'll keep that. We'll stay on course for 369 and see what happens. There's a lot of flexibility there. We'll just forget about our east and west, and we've got 4 dots. Maybe we'll get a little joker bait out of it, but who knows? And we'll hold that for a minute. We'll do this. Wait a minute. News 369 news. Let me just think that through for a second. 3669 news. I already gave up. There's 2 souths out. It's a potential I could get it. Let's see. 3 6 3 6 and 9. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not feeling it. Okay, way too early for me to even think about anything. I'm just letting it go.
And bam.
Of course, I'll get all the wins now.
West. 9 bam. 1 dot. 3 bam.
All right, so we've got some 369s that have gone out.
5 dot. 2 crack. Call. 9 bam.
We got a call. There's another one of our category tiles.
7 crack. 2 bam. 6 dot.
There's a 6 dot. Of course, I am not going to call it because it is way too early for me to even, there's nothing that I would be committing to quite this early. It's got to go. I'm sad about it, but it's got to go. All right, we'll do that, and we'll start getting rid of these.
4 dot. 4 bam.
So I'm just going to keep collecting my category tiles, keep an eye on any like numbers still.
9 crack.
There's another category tile that I would have liked. All right, so 3 6 9. 3s, 6s, and 9s. A floating pair. The 3s and 9s are in the wrong place. 3 6 9 opposite dragons, line number 3B. That's 1. And a fallback hand. Can anybody guess what it is? What's our fallback, our easy hand? How would we work that out? 3 dot, 6 dot, 6 crack, 9 crack, pung pung, kong kong. Just like that last one. Just like that last one. An event, I don't have to make a decision yet because we still have discards, or at least 1.
4 dot. 8 crack. Call. 1 dot.
All right, we have an 8 crack up for Joker exchange. And with a pung of 2 cracks and a kong of 8 cracks, line 1A of 2 4 6 8. I don't think there is anything else that our friend could be playing. That's a very telling 2 exposure hand example. Ignore. Okay. So now line number 3B just got a little bit stronger, and I've got my pairs, which is really nice. It's still not making me feel 100% secure. I'd like to have one more good pick in of something. Let's see if we need to keep the 3 and 6 dots for sure, 100% for sure. Let's see, what about line 3, the concealed hand? 369 with 369. Okay, that still lets us even do that. So we've got line 1, 3, 6, 6, 9. Line 1A is a good backup. Line 3B, definite. And the bottom concealed hand. And we can do all of those by getting rid of and not keeping the 6 bam.
6 bam. Joker swap. 7 dot. 7
Joker
dot.
swappers.
5 dot.
Okay. All right, we don't need that, baby.
2 bam. 5 crack. 8 dot. 8 bam.
Very interesting. That would be line 3A. Or what else? Nothing else right now that I would be even considering other than that. But I think we're going to get rid of that. I don't have enough right now for like numbers to switch over to that. And I think we're going to stick in 369. We've got 3 hands to keep an eye on. That's enough. Okay. So that's enough. I'm just saying. We've got the right side of line 3 better formed. So we'll figure that out.
Red call south.
All right, good reason why I chose that. When this happens, I say, good choice, Debbie. I hope you understand why I'm saying that.
8 dot. 5 crack. 9 dot.
Okay, we don't need that.
7 crack. East. West. East. 1 crack. Joker swap. 8 dot.
Not nice. Oh, okay. So right now I can call everything but the flower. I would prefer to get another flower and not have to put a joker up with the flower. This is the way I'd prefer that hand, line 3. B. Now, if I want to keep my backup hand, I'll just get rid of the 9 dots. So that gives me 3 dot, 6 dot, 6 crack, 9 crack, and that is also very nice as a backup in case we don't have, in case 3B doesn't work out. Very nice, good choices here. I'm very happy with what's going on.
9 dot. 9 dot. 7 bam. Red. 5 bam. 8 bam. 9 crack.
Okay, now we got to make a decision. So we don't need that for the line 3B. If we did it for the other one, let's see, we can call everything except for the flower here. Let's put that other one together. 3, 6 and 6, 9. Whoops, wrong way. Now, if I call that tile and use a joker for the Kong position, I still need another one for the 6, and I still need another one to call the 3, which means the other hand is more well-formed. So we're going to go back to that. Hoping that it works out like this. I don't need the 9. Actually, I can call everything now. I just realized that the 9s are a pair. And I was thinking that they were, oh no, I do need it. Sorry, I need it here. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, we don't need the 9. We're saying no, and we're not going to commit to the other hand because this one is definitely in better shape. So we're going to say ignore,
5 crack.
and we're going to go with that. And look at that. How pretty could that have been? I think last time we ended up with those pairs of 6 dots thinking joker bait, although there's one out up here, right there. Come on, mouse. You're giving me some hard times right now. All right, we'll do the 3 dot right now, and hopefully this hand will
3 dot.
come in
3 dot.
nicely.
9 dot. 4 dot.
We got rid of that really early, so we obviously aren't needing that.
6 bam. 1 bam. 1 dot. 2 dot.
Nope, we don't need that, baby. We better get that out, especially since Joe's got 3 greens up. We really don't know what he's doing. I have found that there's been a few dragons out, and that hand line number 2 of Winds and Dragons was still played because there are the 2 pungs there. It's a lot easier to make. So that means I need to get that out. Of course, the 6 dots do need to get out soon too, even though there were, let's say, one was out, but the green is more of a priority. Okay.
Green call. 1 dot.
That's exactly. This game is so predictable. It's crazy. If I held that any more longer, that I would have given him Mah Jongg. Now it was just an exposure.
9 bam.
We don't know what singles he's playing.
5 bam. 5 dot.
Every single tile can be a hot tile to the very end.
2 crack.
Again this year. Oh no, that's safe.
1 bam.
Okay, we'll do the 6 dots. Let's see. Oh yeah, Agatha is ahead of me. I'm going to have to pick that in myself, but I hope I get, yeah, you're right. She needs the 6 cracks, and she is ahead of me in this world of the computer game.
6 dot. 4 crack.
Ooh, that was risky. Wow. That was, well, see, Wes threw it, so I don't even know why I would, maybe they'd let everybody do it, because I know sometimes I've called it, but then I didn't get it. But let's see what happens. I think that was risky at this point with 28 tiles left, but maybe he's set for Mahjong. So,
4 dot.
oh, wow. Very cool. Maybe Agatha's got a bunch of jokers.
5 bam.
All right. I guess it doesn't matter what we do at this point. How many norths and souths? 1 south. And, oh, really? All the east and west, 1 south, 2 souths. I don't know. Am I missing the norths? I don't know, but I'm going to get it out because I could still win.
North. North.
Nope.
2 bam. Flower.
All right, we'll call that. And that's going to be for a pung.
Call.
Get rid of our south, or I think the 6 even more priority, maybe. I don't know. I don't think either of them are needed.
6 dot. 4 bam.
I need to get one more good pick or call so I could be set for Maj over Agatha's 6 crack.
9 bam. So.
Okay, there we go. So I'm calling that now. A little bit of a strategy thing here. We're at the end of the game, and I'm putting up a soap with a joker. So normally, that's not a good idea. But if Joe is playing line 2 of Winds and Dragons, he needs singles. So if he switched out the joker, it's going to put him in the same position. I hope that makes sense. So I'm okay with calling it, and because that's what he's doing is line 2 of Winds and Dragons. Again, we don't know what. We're going to call that for a Kong.
Call.
And now we're set for a 6 crack. So regardless, if Joe has them all, we're dead. I'm not dead, but we may not get it. but we'll see what happens. I could pick a joker. I could pick the 6 crack myself, and we'll see what happens.
South, Joker swap, 6 crack.
Oh my God. Who threw that? Wes, I hope that Wes has a really, really good hand. I guess he's just gambling. Maybe he has a ton of jokers and he's just thinking that Agatha, based on what has gone out, only he took that chance on the 2, not the 2, where was it? The 4 crack. Interesting. But this is Mah Jongg.
Mah Jongg.
Oh my God. That one gave me a headache. Honey, pour me a glass of wine. Okay. Okay. So Joe, when he said 1 glass, he yelled from the other room. So Joe was not even close to being there anyway, but still it was coming in pretty nice. And oh, and Agata mahjonged. Oh, I was thinking I mahjonged. How do you like that? I was, for some reason, I thought it was me, but she was ready. So we were both set for mahjong. All right, so I do mention this each week, and what I say is that I didn't win, but my hand came in really nice. So you're not going to always win. It's 1 in 4 chances. I didn't get it because Agata is before me, and it's the next in line. If 2 players call it, the next in line gets it. We don't have any except if someone starts to expose situation in the computer world. So she did get it, but look, I mean, I'll say, oh, I was second. No, there's no second in Mahjong, but I came so close. Wow. And Wes was playing line 5 of consecutive run. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 2. What? Wait a minute. He was playing line 5. I was like, I thought I saw line 2, and I was like, line 4. Okay, well, his hand was coming in very nicely too. I think we could probably get in
North
one more quick
Charleston.
game. We'll try to do this quicker, maybe. A pair of flowers, I like that. No other multiples. So we're going to split this right away up into evens and odds to help us see more clearly what we have more of. We've got a little bit more odds, like numbers with 1s or 7s. 1, 3, 5 with 1s, not so good. Like numbers with 4s, maybe. Maybe I'll do that. This one is one of those things where it's just gonna be a challenge. 7, 8, 9, 4s. I want to keep all these like numbers, see if I could start picking up some like numbers. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. It's one of those things where, it's just interesting that it's not really a pretty hand directed anywhere special. But we've got the 2 reds, and I think I'll do this. Kind of putting all my eggs into like numbers with 4s, 1s, or 7s. Interesting. We'll see how it comes out. I wanted to kind of play it quickly, so we'll see what happens here. I know I could keep the north and south, but I have those flowers, so 1, 7s or 4s, we are hitting 0, batting 0 with that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Second Charleston.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3. Or 2, 3, 4. If we have the 3 in the opposite. Whether or not that makes sense. Flower 1, 2, 3. I don't know if it even makes sense to do that. We could do that, or I could forget about it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I think I have more flexibility the other way. Maybe using, keep this here. I'm kind of going for broke here. This is kind of a weird thing, but I just, oh, we got one more 7. That's nice. And one more 4. So now I can do this. Now I have like numbers with 4s and 7s. Ooh, that could be fun. Fun, fun. Let's see what happens here. All right, we could do 2 because we could do a blind pass.
Courtesy pass.
And I'll do 2. All right, I said I was going to play fast. That's why I kind of made that decision and figured, whatever. We're just going to go for like numbers. And we'll get rid of these 2 guys first, and then we'll talk about everything else as they come in. Certainly, I don't need that at this point. We'll do the 1 first.
1 bam.
That was
red.
Okay, we certainly don't need that.
West. 9 dot.
Either one here.
2 dot. 4 bam.
All right, we obviously can't commit to anything, so that's 1 4 bam I put in my brain.
6
That
crack.
went out.
Call. 2 bam.
6 cracks are out. We don't know what he's doing yet. Too many things to
3 crack.
worry ourselves about at this point. But we'll get that out because it is fresh. It's not out. And that means I got to get it out. I'm not going to look at Joe and be like, oh my God, he's got 6s up. I can't throw that. Nope. I say go.
6 bam. 5 crack. Call. 3 dot.
All right. So now we have a little bit better idea. He's got a 5 and 6 crack. Pung, pung, Hong Kong. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 suit or 2 suit. So line number 4A or B. What else could he be playing? 4, 5. I don't think anything else. No. No, no.
5 bam. 2 dot. 5 dot. 7 bam.
7 bam. I plant that in my brain. I'm not calling that. It's way
Mah
too
Jongg.
early. Oh my God, that was so quick. There's our pun, pun, Kong, Kong for Joe. And good job, Joe. That was great. Agatha threw it, but she wouldn't have known which tile, she knew 7 cracks or 8 cracks, but it could have been 2 suits. She threw it. That is what she should have done at that point. Consecutive run line 5 for Wes. Everybody was far from Mah Jongg. I mean, everybody. It has got 1, 3, 5, 7, line 9, 4. Yeah, we were all so far. Good job, Joe. Thank you guys so much for joining Wednesday Night Skill Building. It's been a pleasure. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please head over to MahjCon, MahjCon. Subscribe, click the bell so you get notifications. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. And until I see you again, everybody, please be well and practice, practice, practice.